What's up, guys? We're doing a live stream. And I'm going to jump right into the money March readings for Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Lastly, let's do it. Feel free to comment, like, share, follow, for one-on-one reading, all that good stuff. What's up, guys? Okay, we're going to jump right back into Capricorn Money March 2022 reading. Feel free to reach out for a one-on-one reading. Like, share, follow, subscribe, comment, leave your sun, moon, rising in the comments. It means the world to me. If you guys are curious about tarot or have a question or want a reading, reach out. I'm here as a resource for you guys. Star card in the reverse, Money March 2022, Spirit, highest possible messages, internal healing, narrowing down to your soul mate or soul tribe, unfinished business. So it could be something from the past here. I always try to get the quick 30 seconds in for the Instagram and the TikTok viewers simul streaming on the YouTube Running Gun Tarot. This is just going to be a quick 3 cards. So I'm going to try to drill down Spirit messages in regards to the star card, messages in regards to the star card here. Might be feeling like you have to dip into some savings here. A little bit uncomfortable at times, but I feel as though Spirit is narrowing you down to, like I previously mentioned, whether it be your soul path, your soul tribe, things of that nature. With the 7 of Cups in reverse, this is a reductive energy. This is a narrowing down to the 6 of Cups in the upright, which is like a soulmate energy. It's an innocent, youthful vibe as well. So, a lot of freedom for play here is what I'm getting here. 1 second, let me pick this up. There's some play being infused into the kind of money operation because I feel as though that's what makes it sustainable. I'm going to reveal that card that just fell on the Patreon extended link below, by the way. This full video is going to be on the YouTube or Instagram, by the way. The World card in reverse is unfinished business. So things are coming to fruition. It could be a tax return. It could be some money from some ancillary, streams of income or resources that you forgot about. If you are concerned about money constraints, I'm finding that with the World card in reverse, something is not yet quite wrapped up yet. And so this will help aid you or assist you kind of meet your quota, meet your ends meeting. Anything else that we want to speak to here? A lot of fixed card energy. With the World card in reverse, Saturn is currently in, I want to say Aquarius. Okay. So this kind of strict restriction in regards to Aquarius represents futurisms and technologies. So you might feel a reduction in if you have like an online business or stream of income having to do with business apps or stock apps, or there could be a restriction of this with the World card in reverse at the moment. But again, the story isn't finished being told, is what I'm getting. This is more so having to kind of dig into the depths. The star card in reverse. Typically, the star card is kind of like doing some internalized healing, but I feel as though in this context, it's like you're really digging for water. You're really digging deeply in that well. And at times it can be a little bit uncomfortable because you're like, well, shoot, by this time I'm supposed to have been, met XYZ in return, in regards to this kind of, like I said, either tax return or some sort of resource or something to come in and save the day. It's kind of a something has to give kind of feel. Capricorn is what I'm getting. Something has to give. And yet this is where quantumly the manifestation can be done, because you could fall into the phase of worrying, the modality of worry, or you could fall into the modality of gratitude, joy, love, peace, happiness, being in sync and in tune with the highest of highs, understanding the matrix construct of money, and kind of deconstructing that. We spoke a lot about value versus money yesterday. It was kind of the subtext of all the messages. And so be single-minded with where you can add value, because that is something kind of intrinsic, innate, and something that you really can't put a price tag on. But inevitably, when you become undeniable is when eventually, you are compensated monetarily for your work. If you have, 10 plus years in a particular field of expertise, if you have certifications, if you have degrees, those are all, time capsules essentially. And that's what we give value to in society, obviously. So focus on those ways in which you can give value and add value. Obviously, you want to have that kind of balance with you actually enjoying life. Hence, that more kind of playful, effortless tone that I'm getting here with the 7 in reverse, coming out of options, distractions, illusions, kind of figuring out your mindset, your mind game. No longer wanting to chase others or things that are out of your control, but really wanting to infuse what you're capable of doing with some fun. Because after all, if you're going to be kind of doing something and it's starting to become part of your lifestyle, you want it to be sustainable. You don't want it to be kind of grinding, gear crunching work. You want it to be something more in tune and in sync with the kind of effervescence of the present moment where fun and childlike play can arise. Again, I won't be surprised if the 6 of Cups in the upright pops out in the extended reading on the Patreon. Let's hop over to that right now, and we can talk more about this. Link below. It's only $3 a month to subscribe. Well worth the cause, and you're helping to vote and give value with your dollar, so that I could continue to put out kind of awesome energy, so we could turn this world into heaven on earth. It's kind of, I think the bigger picture of all of this that we're trying to do is just trying to put out positive, awesome energies. And I do think, and I know that it sends out ripple effects quantumly into the world. So the more we could do that, the better off we are. So link below. Holler at your boys always for a one-on-one reading. Shout out to the live stream viewers as well on YouTube. Feel free to like, share, follow Run and Gun YouTube. I always do live streams, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. Thank you guys for your support. Love you. Holler at your boy. Patreon link below for part 2 of this video. Okay, so jumping right into it, Capricorn here, getting that dirt off my shoulder. I hope you're doing so as well. Just kind of keeping in mind, since we are talking about quantum and, life could kind of be overwhelming a little bit, in particular to when other people kind of put their burdens on you or their heavy energies, hurt people. You kind of do have to get that dirt off your shoulder, so to speak. You have to realize that the weird energy when you walk into a room has nothing to do with you, and if you can kind of learn to diffuse the situation within yourself and bring levity to the situation, then that might be something that you want to lean towards kind of tactically and socially. Sometimes we do have that little voice in our head that wants us to kind of stand our ground, but oftentimes you get more bees with honey than vinegar. Coming out of conflict, I think, is what's being highlighted with the 5 of Wands in reverse. I feel as though at the time of this recording, there's a lot of talk about war and a lot of media BS that, they want to kind of, it does have this kind of, the word substrate wants to come to mind. I don't even know if that's the right word, but there's this kind of element of, a top-down effect here. So I feel as though maybe it's in the stars, maybe it's, in the ethers, where there could be at times be a lot of energies of people wanting to stand their ground. The economy might not be so well. I think that's where we're seeing that Saturnian restriction in Aquarius until 2023. I'm trying to see if there are any more kind of restrictions and constraints. Pluto is a death and rebirth process, which is a touchy time. That's again until 2023. 2023 seems to be kind of thematically when we kind of come out springtime energy around this time next year, of these kind of these seemingly times of like dilapidation. And we were promised the roaring 20s, and it's been a rough go the first couple years of 2020. I think again with all this kind of BS coming from the top bottom, but let me see what else wants to come out here. So let's define the word that we're using. I don't know why I have an underlying substance or layer. So the substrate, I believe that was the right word. that I used. But nonetheless, 501 versus coming out of conflict, and I do think that is in regards to, what did I say? Six of Cups came out in and of itself. Called it. The Eight of Pentacles is in reverse as well. This is an energy of being out of work, but feeling like you're on the chopping block with the Queen of Swords in reverse. That's what I was kind of looking at right now with the corner of my eye. Four Swords in reverse. Taking this time to re-heal and regenerate. Give yourself some slack. Give yourself some credit. I know that you probably want to be more so face pressed to the window, but know that you can, to some extent, take your foot off the pedal. A lot of the work that you needed to do foundationally has already been set. A lot of the tone, a lot of the tempo, a lot of the precedent, a lot of your intentions have been set into the universe. And so I feel as though these intentions are clear within yourself. Now it's just a matter of kind of having fun and playing and attracting it and being attractive and putting yourself out there in all the ways that you can. And not letting momentary setbacks, completely decide the outlook or the situation for you, especially with this kind of out of work or unable to generate income or value in the kind of old Newtonian sense. That's okay, because again, economies and waves of income, they ebb and flow. So if you're more of the kind of entrepreneurial, I believe there's like the consumer confidence index where people are more willing to spend their money versus hold on to their dollar. Looking at the things that you spend your dollar on to get some insight. Me, I kind of feel as though I have my finger to the pulse because I do, tarot using social media. I do food delivery, so you kind of see when people are spending their dollars here. I'm getting a little bit of a lack of emotional receptivity to this time of kind of play and fun because it's over your head, because these energies are way more angelic and way more refined in the ether. And we are mainly kind of existing within the modality, within the matrix of, what's the word? Trying to make a buck, trying to generate, trying to monetize and all that stuff. Sometimes when that's not working, you really kind of just got to put that to the side and trust that just because there's not that like extrinsic, again, define that word, value, there's this intrinsic value to the extent that you could actually enjoy life. And it's a good pastime while you are waiting for certain, more matrix indebted, more of the matrix types of currencies to come to you. The stock market going up, cryptocurrencies, the hard dollar, they're called fiat, the money of a government. So the USD, for those to kind of technically come in. You're being asked to understand this is a time to not generate as hard work. So, and still, nonetheless, you're being asked to kind of have trust, faith, and confidence here. There's the kind of inner knowing that this too versus the kind of option to want to kind of tyrannically force an issue or something, which never works. So better to just kind of enjoy yourself, ease up a little bit, and try to incorporate that in the spirit or essence of where you can still actively add value. And not so much worried about the return. So what else can I see? What else can I say here? I might just leave that there. I feel as though this period of uncertainty shall pass. In fact, you've come through many cycles of this, in which case I think this phase around, this cycle around, you're actually right on the brink and the precipice of like, yeah, you're right. Instead of worrying, I've gone through these, patterns a couple times now, and it always works out. So let me just have fun, play, trust myself, trust my plan, and trust everything that I got going. It's going to work out. And, sometimes the unknowns, we make them way worse. Yeah, the moon card in the reverse represents the unknown. This represents kind of that inner light my fire, that inner warmth, that inner love, that inner charity and peace, the kindness of the King of Wands in reverse. This helps kind of warm you at night. And again, those are those kind of you can't shine if you don't glow type energies. So in these periods or moments or phases of uncertainty, you be that light to yourself instead of worrying when the money's going to hit your bank account. Trust and have faith and say thank you already and all that kind of good stuff. And believe it or not, that actually kind of helps you yourself keep going and continue to add value. And again, to kind of focus on where you can add value and what you can do. Okay, so I'm getting that it's a win-win, and this is just kind of momentary, kind of in between dark night of the bank account. But on either end, you're going to kind of jump, make a leap of faith, and make it happen no matter what. Okay, guys, I'm going to pause it there. We're going to move onward to Aquarius. Feel free to reach out as always. Love you guys. Peace. What's up, Aquarius? This is going to be your short little snippet 3-card Monty draw for March Money 2022. I'm going to try to get these 3 cards to you. Be mindful of the Instagram and the TikTok viewers. They like to see their 30-second windows. Feel free to watch the full video on YouTube or Instagram, as well as the bonus exclusive content on Patreon. All the links are on the website or below. 2 of Swords in the reverse is coming out of a crossroads or decision-making ability, I want to say, for some reason. In particular, the word ability. You have an ability to make a decision in a certain context. The Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse here. This is uprooting of a home life, maybe feeling a little bit uneasy in regards to finances or resources. And yet a lot of this channel has been revolving around, a lot of the channel's message, I should say, has been revolving around actual kind of currency USD versus where you could add value, which is they're not one and the same. Value can be kind of defined and understood as having done something over a long period of time. That's why we use the kind of metaphor, phraseology of mining for crypto mining currency, because the act of mining, like you're mining gold from gold mines, it requires labor and effort. So anything that requires labor and effort over a long period of time, hence, that's how we define and calculate what we give value to. You have a stand-up comedian with 10 plus years under their belt. They've been mining for jokes. They've been accruing and aggregating experience on stage. And so we outsource that with our dollar to pay them to entertain us because they've cultivated something. Likewise with this channel, likewise with music, dance, whatever your direction is. But I think the key kind of message is to pick something, and you will continue to kind of find the effervescence, the evergreen, the ever renewing kind of love for that passion or for what it is that you do, based on, yes, feedback, results, but ultimately the kind of joy and pleasure that you get from adding, contributing. Typically what you want to invest or involve yourself in is having to do with natural born, gifts, talents, trades, affinities. Me, I could say it's the gift of gab. I could say it's language, it's words. I fancy myself kind of somewhat of a poet, writer, musician, rapper, YouTuber, articulating over a long period of time. So that tends to be my kind of wheelhouse of trade. For others, it could be dance, comedy, acting, something creative that you could kind of use to shine your light into the world, because that's essentially what we're all doing. It's all just kind of, like Ramdas said, we're all just kind of walking each other home anyways. It's almost like glorified, babysitting, not to say it in a pejorative way, but nonetheless, shining your light regardless of how the matrix would define your current social status or social standing. I wouldn't be surprised if we weren't so far away from the universal currency anyways, but that's still being said here. This is this kind of, for you Aquarius, and for the cross watcher, feel free to watch. Despite what we're seeing here, there's still this kind of effort to shine the light. And in looking at the situation and seeing that you're not defined by it, you're not controlled by it, maybe in an older kind of formulaic way, yes, it could have the power over you to put you into a state or modality of fear, worry, concern, but you've cycled through so many of these periods of uncertainty that you know that it's just the universe kicking the quantum tires for you to see if you're going to dim your light or if you're going to continue to shine here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting overall that you are having kind of understood and imbued yourself with that knowledge and understanding. It's esoteric, it's mysticism, it's magic, it's spirituality, all things of the Hermit. The Hermit is an old magician. So, let's not forget that. The Eight of Wands is incoming communication, sometimes known as Cupid's arrow, sometimes good news. I definitely associate it with luck and good news. Yes, that Ace of Pentacles is coming in here, without a shadow of a doubt. This is Jupiter, Sagittarius energy, incoming energy, and that Ace of Pentacles is concrete, hard financial worth and value. But again, not to kind of be blurred with that kind of intrinsic value. I feel as though this is extrinsic value, which can be lost or manipulated, ebb and flow, like inflation, so to speak. Whereas something that's like intrinsically valued, like if you know how to hunt and like skin a moose or like cook, meat over a campfire, like certain things like this. You know what I'm saying? These basic raw skills here. And so you're seeing this. This is beyond 3 cards. So let me press pause and not get ahead of myself, Aquarius. But the rest of this will be on the Patreon link below. Holler at your boy for one-on-one reading. As always, I'm here for you as a resource, add value, love and light into your life. So I appreciate you being a part of the journey. And link below for the bonus extended edition of this reading. Patreon link below. Aquarius March Money 2022. Peace. What's up, guys? Okay, so we got a little bit ahead of ourselves, but this was kind of coming out of this period of uncertainty. You are being hand delivered at your doorstep. This Ace of Pentacles. You are seeing this now clearly. The High Priestess is almost like amazed at how she was appearing a lot in the reverse here. She was getting caught up in the kind of matrix interpretation of money, looking at your spreadsheet, your budget. Oh, I'm going to miss this bill. I'm going to miss that bill. How I'm going to do this. And yet she's never ceased to kind of laugh at herself and get a good sense of amazement when things kind of work out is what I'm getting here. Someone is rushing your way. There is the King of Swords in the upright. Spirit, do you want to clarify and elaborate about this? It's almost as if Gemini Taurus season, I don't know if this is representative of kind of wealth or success, but indelibly there is something rushing towards you, something that is not yet complete with the World card in reverse. Someone has freed themselves up from something, maybe being kind of breadcrumbed in a way, no longer wanting to be took advantage of in this kind of something not growing here with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse leading to the Six of Pentacles in the upright. And so if you are represented here, Aquarius, as the kind of King of Swords here in the upright, this is actually Capricorn Aquarius energy, and somebody possibly of the Taurus or Gemini disposition is rushing to you. Could be during Taurus or Gemini season as well, Aquarius. You've been kind of sitting strong in your ability to articulate and categorize within your mind. There's new incentive, purpose, motivation, passion, fire here for you to take action upon. Something is so that you are falling out with the Six of Cups in reverse, soulmates of the past, friends, karmics, Eight of Pentacles in the past, could be a former friend or an employer. They themselves are going through a lot of falling out, a lot of waking up, a lot of seeing the kind of lack of intrinsic value of the lifestyle they led or what they're involving their time and efforts into with this kind of stagnancy, lack of forward movement, progress, victory, lack of work, being able to work. And yet the Ten of Pentacles is here almost as if to say they are, they gave up a lot. is what I'm saying, so that they can build something from the ground up the right way. From the 2 to the 10 is what I'm seeing here, because the 8 offsets this 10. The 8 in reverse offsets this 10 in the upright. So they could be seeing what you're actually doing, and they're no longer satisfied with where they're at. Excuse me, as far as this lack of growth with the 7 of Pentacles in reverse and this breadcrumbing with the 6 of Pentacles in the upright. So, Spirit, can you elaborate? Is this an offer? Is this a deal? Is this, you might be defensive, and or you may have been still kind of fighting off that which you feel that you've had to hold your ground with or on. Spirit, can you clarify, is this a money opportunity? I would hope so, because, this is a money reading. Someone's been worried or concerned. You're wanting to come out of challenging or objectionable energy. They may be far away. And it's a twin flame soulmate lover here. Now, I know this is a money reading here. This is unprecedented and beautiful, but this is Gemini season as well. I know that this is money, but we're talking about value too. So now we're talking more so of what kind of could help you intrinsically stay motivated, so as to kind of add fuel for you to continue to do the awesome, amazing things that you love to do. That could be watering your YouTube channel. That could be music. That could be, whatever helps make the world a more beautiful place. And the fact that I know, again, the Lover's card doesn't have to be necessarily romantic. This is a money reading, so this could be more so in line with a soul purpose, a soul opportunity, where preparation meets opportunity is when luck arises. I would like to say that this is strictly a financial opportunity, but also if we're kind of redefining value as separate from money, then this could be someone that adds a lot of value and a lot of fills your cup emotionally, so that you could do what you do in this kind of even more beautiful way. It's like when someone has a child and their cup is filled, because now they're just so much more motivated, and something is so much more potent and viable, because there's more meaning and purpose, and you're no longer just doing something for yourself. And so this phase or this cycle could really have tested and challenged you to find your own value, find your own gold mine, and see what it is that you're mining, so that you can understand what value that you could bring to the world. Okay. Let me see what else wants to come out here, Spirit. Anything else for Aquarius? Four of Wands in the reverse here. Okay, there was a falling out possibly, but leading to something much more of another union here. Again, something that's going to help keep you going. Relationships in that way can add value. An emotional investment is a sense of fuel that adds to kind of purpose, which is very beautiful. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse here. Again, more so that energy that you've been able to do it on your own with the 9 of Pentacles in the upright, somehow, some way. Despite maybe having that concrete evidence as a return to you, you are giving birth to something here with the Empress in the reverse here. Something beautifully potent is being born here. And it is going to be, whether it's work picking up or whether it's somebody seeing the great, awesome work that you're doing, they are, I think, going to make quite the investment in you, is what I'm getting here. Okay, very cool. Anything else, Spirit, that we need to know? Spirit? Yes, remember that 9 of Pentacles we were talking about, that 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, pointing to the actual beautiful 9, so bright and gorgeous and beautiful. The golden background are God's blessings and gifts. So it's almost as if quantumly you could say thank you already, because I'm tuned to it. I know it's coming. Thank you for this opportunity. I know it sounds cheesy or hokey, but try it. It feels good. The kind of content and satisfaction of the inner child with the Sun card in reverse. Almost not needing to take certain risks anymore, balancing the equation. So wonderful. Yes, okay, I'm going to leave it there. Let's move over to Pisces. Let's bring this kind of fun fest and this beautiful, loving energy over to Pisces as we wrap up. We did it. We made it. We did it. We did the Money March reading 2022 and the love reading. We did it in a matter of 2-3 days within each other. So awesome. All right, guys. Holler at your boy as always. Love you guys. Peace. Let's see. What's up, Pisces? This is your Money March teaser. If you're watching on Instagram or TikTok, you can get the full video on the Instagram page or the YouTube, and then the kind of bonus exclusive content, meat and potatoes part of the reading is going to be on the Patreon. Links on the website and or links below, depending on where you're watching this. You got the Five of Swords in the upright, Pisces Money March. Cutting ties is actually going to help lead to better offers. Someone that wasn't on board with your vision with the Three of Wands in reverse here points to the Two of Wands in the upright. A lot of the incoming messages were to not sleep or snooze on those kind of big picture dreams and ideals. Because again, the Three of Wands in the reverse, although you might not see your ships coming in to the extent of being able to make that big purchase or that big relocation, or those big moves in your world right now, the Two of Wands in the upright is still this planning stage. You got the whole world in your hands. You could actually do a lot bigger than what you might be kind of settling for. So make sure that you're really shooting for the stars. If you miss, you'll land on the clouds here. Speaking of clouds, you got the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, this kind of offer coming out from out of the blue that's going to actually help encourage you and facilitate you. It's going to be something you can sink your teeth into, something you can really get your hands on, something that's going to really kind of help facilitate the dream here with the Two of Wands in the upright. Again, I'm getting the Two of Wands because the Three of Wands points to the Two of Wands when the Three of Wands is in reverse. A lot of this had to do with cutting ties, cutting loose ends, cutting people or things out of the equation. Mostly what you're doing when you're cutting people out is you're cutting out the vibrations that they're holding and carrying. And if they're kind of crabs in a bucket bringing you down, that's the only way that they could really kind of bring you down, unless they're physically holding you down or something like that. But it's almost energetically not believing in you, not believing in your dreams, something of this nature. And so I'm getting that since you did make these sacrifices, these new offers and opportunities are going to come in to help facilitate your dreams, Pisces, specifically in the month of March. It's very exciting. I'm going to leave it there. That was just the teaser. Let's jump into the kind of meat and potatoes of the exclusive bonus content. Patreon link below for that reading. I'll catch you on the other side. It's only $3 a month to subscribe and gain access. It's well worth it. Feel free to like, share, follow, reach out for one-on-one. As always, love you, Pisces. See ya. Okay, let's see what else wants to come out. Spirit, March 2022, money for Pisces. Spirit of gratitude, do a little light, nice possible messages at this time. What Pisces needs to know. What Pisces needs to know. Okay, you are going to come out victorious with this kind of endeavor, with this equation here. You're going to have a lot of options to kind of reallocate, relocate, navigate, redirect and re-steer the course of your life here. Why is the Ten of Cups in reverse? This reminds me of coming out of Pisces season. Three of Cups in reverse, coming out of phases of options, more so being reduced and could be a new relationship as well. We talked a lot about in the Aquarius reading that although a relationship isn't a money reading, it is giving you that kind of intrinsic value of like motivation to keep on going. Our relationships help us keep going in life, and that in and of itself is a part of the whole kind of gumbo soup shebang. A lot of unknowns here with the moon card in reverse. Could be some fears, and yet this period of the unknown, maybe even being single, or maybe really having to dig deeply into yourself to be able to self-subsist and sustain in this kind of Nine of Cup, Nine of Pentacle, independent energy outside of relationship to others, outside of resources. You being backed in and painted into a corner has allowed you to kind of get real scrappy. Pisces is what I'm getting. Page of Swords is something that you've had to do time and time again to keep on sharpening and refining your skills and your crafts here. So you haven't just been sitting like a dud on a rug, a lump on a log here, You've been, articulating your craftsmanship and working on your skills and crafts work. Let's see what else wants to come out here. A lot of cup energy is what I'm being drawn to here. Moving at things emotionally solo. Try to be receptive to these kind of ebbs and flows, periods of time, where you are having to kind of emotionally more so invest in yourself, as opposed to a relationship. It's going to kind of amplify and kind of illuminate your standard and your structure and your morality, which you need in your life and which you need someone on board with in order to kind of continue, so that you're not fighting on two fronts when you do have someone else in your life, relationship-wise. You want them to kind of act as something that is encouraging for you to want to continue your pursuits of adding value to the world, as opposed to fighting a two-front war. Temperance in the upright is divine timing here. Pisces, anything else? Spirit, anything else here? Anything else here? Don't let people gaslight you. Don't let people, the larger kind of matrices of, whether it's people that you see in your metropolitan area, neighbors, social media, don't let people deter you or gaslight you, calling you crazy for establishing and adding value. We define value as doing something that requires skill, labor, effort over a long period of time. So that could be doing guitar, comedy, learning how to, doing a lifetime of tarot reading, where you're not just doing the same thing, you're actually, mulling over and cultivating something that somebody can't just walk up off the street and do. So that's what real value is doing something over a time period, over a long extended period of time here. And I'm getting that you will kind of prove these haters wrong with this death card in the reverse here. So keep doing what you do, that requires skill. And again, you know what it is because it's a gold mine that you can mine within yourself. All of your time, all of your attention, focus, and awareness here. Anything else that we need to say to Pisces? There's growth and expansion here. A lot of that coming, though, once you accept the kind of cup of that which is outside of your hands here. Okay, sometimes that is having to kind of ease up on your expectations of what you could get in the concrete material world outside of yourself and move more so to the kind of ethereal Piscean dreamy landscape of, again, what you can generate that has intrinsic value, not extrinsic value, which is like the US dollar. It comes and goes in worth because of inflation. So, but overall, you will be victorious here in the month of March, Pisces. And I just feel like you're constantly growing and learning and just kind of getting better and better. So please do continue to keep on doing what you're doing. Share your light with the world and continue to add value and mine those gold mines within yourself. It could be poetry, doing poetry, NFTs. It could be music. It could be this, that, and the third. Keep on doing it, even though you're not seeing necessarily those external results. Keep on doing it. It's going to be well worth it. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Love you guys. Thank you so much. We knocked out that Love and Money series for March 2022, all signs, including all signs reading. So it's 13 a pop for each series. Double that because we did a teaser. Thank you so much for watching this on Patreon, for watching this on YouTube. Thank you for all your likes, your shares, and your follows. It means the world. And you're allowing me to kind of feed off of that positive feedback and attention that you guys give me so that I can continue to put positivity out to the world. I'm streaming right now on the YouTube Running That Tarot. Check that out. Love you lots, Pisces. As always, reach out for one-on-one. Check out my NFT music drops on noized.com. That's noizd.com. It's Running Gun Music. Or check out bandcamp.com/Peter Valadez. There's a new track release called Been Here Before, and then look forward to other kind of poetry drops and music drops and all that other stuff. And as always, holler at your boy. I'm here for you guys. Peace. Okay. Let's upload all this stuff, guys. Thanks on the live stream for sticking with it, and holler at your boy. Love you guys.